Hello, my name's Stevie.
Hello there, my name's John.
I'm one of the writers for 10 Green Bottles.
A video about how 10 Green Bottles started and how I got involved in the writing process.
In the summer of 2011, I decided that I wanted to make a web series. I very much knew I couldn't make this by myself.
The first I heard of 10 Green Bottles as it ultimately came about was in the fringe of 2011. He just casually mentioned that Stevie Finnegan, someone who we've known for a while now, had an idea to potentially start making a web series.
I approached Josh McNamee, who was fresh off the back of having written and produced his own play, and who understood all things technical and had access to film and audio equipment. John G. Lewis, who is a fellow YouTuber like I, who I've seen write for videos and for other web projects for years, and who never fails to make me laugh. And James Began, who, as far as I'm aware, is the entire Edinburgh drama scene.
Basically, we got together on Skype, and Stevie went on one of these random plot generators.
I told everyone I'd found an online plot generator. As it was, I just picked a random stimulus, 10 Green Bottles, and we went with it. We bashed around loads of ideas, looking at the nursery song's context or the origins of bottle making. But eventually John said, what if 10 Green Bottles are like a slang term for the 10 Commandments? What if our web series is set in some world that follows 10 ultimate laws, nicknamed the 10 Green Bottles? And that's how this storyline really started. We started thinking, what would these 10 commandments be, especially in some sort of future dystopia? We thought about rationing electricity, getting rid of cars, or other sort of environmental waste. Thought about how really strict rules might affect relationships between people, sexual relationships perhaps. Came up with some ideas we really wanted to write about, and yet at the same time, every 2 seconds someone would be shouting across everyone else, guys, this is meant to be a comedy. Eventually we managed to raise the humour again, although dark humour that may sometimes be.
It's the world, but not as we know it. So very quickly on from the radio announcement and the posters that are getting hung up, you get the idea that things are very different. Towns and cities now basically have their status and are granted it on a case-by-case basis, but they have to do well economically. We base that partly off of the idea of the current economy, kind of like, if this situation carried on indefinitely, to what extent would the government go to try and just cut costs? Here's the meaty bits. Student housing, but they're not students. 5 people in the house, the 6th only gets name drops. We accidentally wrote in Paul Lamb the Invisible Man. Now, when we were all writing this and working on this, none of us had seen Fresh Meat. In our defence, we were kind of writing out of this idea of comedy surrounding student housing. Every single student house always comes with one housemate that inexplicably no one has ever seen. The idea behind having the 6th flatmate came sort of a melding between my current flatmate and one of my old ones. Last year I lived in a flat of 5. One of them was seldom seen, though less seldom heard than I would have liked. We knew he was there, but beyond that, there were days where you could have forgotten that he lived there. On the day that we started filming, somebody pointed out that there's another web series with a similar character called Paul that could be read as ripping that off. And we're like, there is?
Paul was hurriedly rechristened Mark, and we soldiered on. Thank you for sticking with us over the winter hiatus. Regular programming will resume now. Next Wednesday, episode 3, which focuses on Anna and her story, will be up. And after that, episodes will be aired alternate weeks. In between, you'll get some little extras like this video here. John and I and a few of the other writers and actors definitely have some more things we'd like to talk about. But we'd also love to talk about what you want us to talk about. We would love to do a Q&A video for you all, whether that be asking us questions about group writing and how that worked, about how we actually managed to film this, although I'm not entirely sure, about the software and hardware we used, about how it is to see actors come and bring these characters you wrote to life. Leave some questions down below in the comments and we will gather them all up and create a video answering them for you. Bye!
Hope to see you soon. Ta for watching.